Today we're diving into one of the most important and easiest topics in Spanish, regular verbs. I'm talking about verbs ending in ar, and ir. Don't worry, I'll make it fun, easy, and I'll use a bunch of examples so you can use this in real life. First, what are regular verbs? A regular verb follows a pattern when conjugated. And that is great news because once you know the rule, you can use all of the verbs that follows the same pattern. So let's get into it. So we have three group verbs. Verbs that ends in ar, like hablar, to speak, or bailar, to dance. Verbs that end in like comer, to eat, or beber, to drink. And last, verbs that end in ir, like vivir, to live, or escribir, to write. Before diving into the conjugation, we need to know who is doing the action. That's where the pronouns come in. Let's quickly review them. Remember, I'm going to pronounce the pronouns in Spanish and say its equivalent in English. Yo, I, tú, you, él, he, ella, she, usted, you. It's just a formal way to say you. Nosotros, we, ellos, ellas, ustedes, they. Got it? Perfect. Now let's conjugate. Let's start with our verbs. Our example verb will be to dance or bailar, because who doesn't like to dance? I mean, I don't know how to dance, so. Okay, when conjugating a verb, for each pronoun, you have to use certain pattern for each pronoun. For example, yo bailo, I dance. Tú bailas, él baila, ella baila, usted baila. Notice that él, ella, and usted, or he, she, and the formal you, they follow the same pattern. Okay. Nosotros bailamos, ellos, ellas, y ustedes bailan. Okay. I'm going to teach you a trick so you don't have to worry about any of this thing and you just have to learn how to change small things, okay? For example, yo bailo. You know that the infinitive is bailar. So what you're going to do is just for the pronoun yo, we're going to take the word bailar, take off the ar and add o. Yo bailo. Yo bailo. For tú, you're gonna take off the word ar, bailar, just the last r, and replace it by an s. Tú bailas, tú bailas. For él, ella, usted, you're gonna take the word bailar, take off the r, and that would be él baila, ella baila, usted baila. For nosotros, okay, let's take the word bailar, take off the r, and add mos, bailamos, nosotros bailamos. And ellos, ellas, and for ellos, ellas, y ustedes, you're gonna take the word bailar and you're gonna take off the letter R and replace it by an N. Bailan, ellos bailan, ellas bailan, ustedes bailan. That's the only thing that you have to know. You will see that the same pattern can be applied for the other and ir. Okay, our verbs are easy. Just remove R and add the endings. O, as, a, amos, and an. Yo bailo, tú bailas, él baila, ella baila, usted baila, nosotros bailamos, ellos bailan. Easy, right? Now let's talk about the verbs ending in er. Verbs like comer, to eat. Who doesn't love to eat, right? Yo como. Take off the ER and add another O there. Tú comes. Take off the R and add an S. Él come. Take off the R of the infinitive and just leave it at that. Ella come, the same pattern. Usted come, the same pattern. Nosotros comemos. take off the R of the infinitive and add mos, comemos. Ellos comen. Take off the R of the infinitive, which is comer, and add an N. And the same rule is for ellas and ustedes. Okay, yo como, tú comes, él come, ella come, usted come, nosotros comemos, ellos comen, ellas comen, ustedes comen. Easy, right? You just have to see the pronoun and add or o, es, hemos, or en, right? Remember that you have to remember this rule that for él, ella, and usted, you have to use the same conjugation, and for ellos, ellas, or ustedes, you also have to use the same conjugation. And finally, let's do ir. Our verb is vivir, to live. This one is important because you can tell people where you live. And now let's see the conjugation. Remember, the infinitive word is vivir. Yo vivo. Take out the IR and add an O there. Tú vives. Take out the IR and add an S, an ES. Tú vives. Él vive. Take out the IR and add an I. Ella vive. Same pattern. Usted vive. The same pattern. Nosotros vivimos. Take out the R and add a mos. Ellos viven. Take out the IR and add an EN. Ellos viven. Ellas viven. Ustedes viven. Okay, let's review the endings. O, es, imos, and en. Yo vivo, tú vives, él vive, ella vive, usted vive, nosotros vivimos, y ellos viven, ellas viven, ustedes viven. Now, let's recap with the verbs, okay? For each regular verb that ends in ar, or ir, you're going to use this endings and replace part of the infinitive using the appropriate pronoun, and you will have the right conjugated verb for the present tense. This is very useful. You just have to follow the pattern, okay? For ar, we have o, as, a, amos, and for we have es, hemos, en. For ir, we have o, es, imos, en. Almost the same thing for and ir. You just have to change it for nosotros, for we. These, just for clarification, these are just regular verbs. Remember, we have regular verbs and irregular verbs. The same thing, you have it in English. Let's focus on the irregular verbs, and then with ar, and ir. And I hope you like this lesson, and if you like this lesson, please give me a like. And also, if you have any comments, any questions, something that you would like me to talk about, something that you would like me to teach you for the next lessons, just let me know down in the comments. And well, that's it. See you guys later.